Okay guys, welcome to Inspiration Hub. Today we'll be talking about the top 10 Nigerians without a degree. Guys, if you have not hit the subscribe button, I encourage you to do so now because it promises to be very, very hot. Now, the 10th person on our list is Innocent Chukwuma. This guy was born in Nnewi, Anambra State. His business is automobile manufacturing. The name of his company is Innocent Vehicle Manufacturing. This guy is worth over $1 billion. How did he start? He couldn't meet the cutoff mark into university, so he joined his brother in his medicine shop. His brother further introduced him to a guy called Chief Omuka, who was majorly into selling of motorcycle spare parts. He stayed with him for 1 year and returned to his brother, who gave him 3,000 naira to start off. After a year, they took notes and realized that the medicine store wasn't bringing in much. The motorbike company was doing far better. So what did they do? They closed down the medicine shop and started off selling motorbike spare parts. The name of the company was Gabros. He later went on to start his own company. He named it Innocent. He noticed that people preferred buying fairly used bikes because the new ones were too expensive. They were expensive because they were imported in a 40-foot container that could only take 40 bikes. He approached the manufacturers to dismantle the bikes and bring them in to be assembled in Nigeria. This idea gave him the opportunity to bring in 200 bikes in one container instead of 40. He was able to crash the price from 150,000 naira to 60,000 naira. Guess what? This guy was a home run. He became very successful. He was determining the price, determining the pace, and everybody was buying from him. He brought in the same template into the manufacturing of vehicles. Today, Innocent is Africa's biggest indigenous car making company. This guy is successful. The number 9 person on our list is Mohammed Indimi. He's 76 years old. His place of birth is Maiduguri, Borno State. His business is oil and gas. The name of his company is Oriental Energy Resources. He's also a board member at Jaiz Bank. He's worth over $1.5 billion. After attending Quranic school, he couldn't attend formal education because his father was too poor to afford it. So what did he do? He started teaching himself how to speak, read, and write in English. At the age of 10, he followed his father to the local market around Borno to trade in animal hides and skin. In 1963, he became independent and started his own business after getting a loan of £100 from a friend. He expanded into selling of clothes which he imported from Chad and Cameroon. In 1990, he applied and got an oil prospecting license. He established his own oil exploration company named Oriental Energy Resources (OER), which was very successful. Indimi serves as the chairman of several boards of companies. Now, the number 8 person on our list is Vincent Obianodo. He's 76 years old. He was born in a place called Nnewi in Anambra State. He's a transporter, he's into hospitality, he's into property, he's into oil and gas. He is the owner, the founder of YSG. Guess what? Young Shall Grow Group. Wow, huge company. He's worth over 100 billion naira. He moved to Kano in a search for greener pastures and ended up as a organizer. He transited to becoming a bus conductor, subsequently helping to manage some transport companies. He ventured out with a minibus flying Enugu, Onitsha. He later moved the base of his business to Lagos State. He started off with just 2 911 Mercedes-Benz buses and he grew into 40 buses in no time. He further expanded into luxury buses. That was how the buses exploded. The guy became very huge, to becoming the largest, the biggest transport company in Africa with over 1,500 buses in his fleet. He ventured into hospitality business and is now the founder of Rock View Hotel. This guy is huge. Now, the number 7 person on our list is Ladi Delano. He's just 40 years old. He was born in London, Great Britain. He's a serial entrepreneur. The name of his company is Bakri Delano Africa. He's worth over 10 billion naira. Well, Ladi suffered from mild dysplasia and deafness in one of his ears. And this made education very serious for him. So what did he do? He had to drop out. But it didn't stop him from going into business. He saw a vodka revolution in London and plugged into it. He and his friends started Solid X's. The brand was very successful, but the cost of maintenance in London was very high. So what did he do? He shipped all the way to China. And when he started, it was a home run. He was controlling 50% of the Chinese market. He sold the company for $15 million. When the global recession hit between 2008 and 2009, he was just 24 at this time. He made a move for Africa, partnering with Beverage Group, one of the largest conglomerates in Indonesia. Through a joint venture with Delano, the Beverage Group invested over $1 billion over the space of 5 years in mining, agriculture, oil and gas industries and others. In 2019, Delano teamed up with his fellow British-born Nigerian technopreneur Jide Odunsi to co-found Move BV Africa. The project has proved to be very, very successful. Delano is huge, successful, but young. Now the number 6 person on our list is Tony Ezena. He was born in Port Harcourt, Rivers State. His business is pharmaceuticals, beverages, cosmetics. The name of his company is Orange Drugs. He's worth over $200 million. Tony had to put his formal education on hold due to financial hardship. He joined his father's chemist business and stayed under his mentorship till he was strong enough to venture in himself. He ventured into business world with just 15,000 naira. It took him time, but he was able to grow the business to become a multi-billion naira organization. Today, Orange Drugs is a household name in Nigeria. They are the makers of Delta Soap, Passion Energy Drink, Proco, and a host of others. This guy is successful. The number 5 person on our list is Cletus Ibeto. He's 71 years old. He was born in Nnewi, Anambra State. His business is automotive parts, cement manufacturing, chemical production, and a whole lot of others. The name of his company is Ibeto Group. He is worth over $3 billion. He started out as a spare part apprentice and he worked his way into importation of spare parts. He went into manufacturing when he set up his factory in Anambra State. It grew to become one of the largest auto spare part manufacturing outfits in Nigeria. He established the Ibeto Petrochemical Industries Limited, which is engaged in the blending of oil lubricant as well as production of various types of petroleum products for local and international markets. He owns the largest liquid storage facilities for petroleum products in Nigeria, with a capacity of over 60,000 metric tons at Apapa Wharf and the Ibu Jet in Lagos. Ibeto went into cement production with Ibeto Cement Company Limited. This guy is doing very well and is a dominant force in that sector today. He, however, went back to school and got a degree in accounting from University of Nigeria, Nsukka. This guy is very, very successful. The number 4 person on our list is Oji Uzo Kalu. He is 63 years old. His place of birth is in Abia State. He's into furniture, publishing, vegetable oil, paper oil, and oil and gas, banking. He's also a politician. The name of his companies are Ojales Furniture Companies, Slope Group, Adama Publishing Limited, Slope Airlines, Sun Publishing. Of course, you know Sun Newspaper. He's the founder of Sun Newspaper, and he's also into banking, First International Bank Limited. This guy is said to be worth over $3 billion. Kalu was an activist when he was in university days. He participated in the Ali Must Go riot against the then education minister. The school found out and they suspended him. While his fellow students took the school authorities to court, he left the school to build his own business. Kalu started off with just $35, about 24,000 naira. The money he loaned from his mother to engage in palm oil business, buying from the south and selling in the north. He then went on to selling furniture on a large scale. He was the youngest Nigerian to receive the National Merit Award from President Ibrahim Babangida. He was just 26 years old then. It was 1986. This guy went into business and he worked very hard. Today, he's successful, but he is presently a politician. Now, the number 3 person on our list is Razak Akanni Okoya. He is 83 years old. He was born in Lagos State. He's into trading, property and investment. The name of his companies are Eleganza Group and the RAO Property Investment Company. He is worth over $1 billion. He did his primary school at Okoya on Lagos Island. That was the only formal education he had. He joined his father's tailoring shop, which also included the sale of tailoring resources. He worked very hard and he saved every penny he got. He started with just £20. His mother gave him £50 and his father blessed him. He started importing and trading in goods from Japan. He grew very fast. He was always traveling abroad to study how things were manufactured so he could replicate it in Nigeria. He observed that his wife, Kuburat, His first wife, Kuburat, was obsessed with costly jewelries. He was always baffled at how much she said they cost. He knew they were outrageous, and he had the belief that they could be manufactured in Nigeria better and cheaper. He went abroad, bought the machines, and shipped them to Nigeria. That was how Eleganza jewelry started. He couldn't keep up with demand. It was a huge success. Today, Eleganza Industries produces a wide range of household goods and utensils, including cutlery, food warmers, plastic chairs, shoes, ice chests, electric fans, cosmetics, and ballpoint pens. The guy is successful. He has over 5,000 Nigerians under his employ. He is also one of the biggest property owners in Lekki, the owner of Okoya Gardens. Very, very successful. Now, the number 2 person on our list is Folorunsho Alakija. He's 72 years old. He was born in Ikorodu, Lagos State. His business is fashion, oil, real estate, printing, and a whole lot of others. The name of his companies are Rose of Sharon Group and Famfa Oil. He is worth over $1 billion and still rising. He is ranked as the 87th most powerful woman in the world by Forbes. This lady started very small. She did her nursery school in Nigeria, her primary school in England, her secondary school in Nigeria, her secretarial studies at Pitman Central College in London. He started off as a secretary in Lagos in 1974. From there, she moved into the banking industry, where she spent 12 years before resigning to follow her passion in the fashion industry. Her fashion label was Supreme Stitches, which she later renamed Rose of Sharon House of Fashion in 1996. She saw a need in the oil industry and went in for it. She applied for an oil prospecting license. It took her 3 long years to get it. OPL 216 was granted her company, Famfa Oil Limited. They weren't expecting her to get much from it, but it turned out to be a massive breakthrough. It was discovered that oil had been gathering in that hole for over 17 million years. The Nigerian government tried to claim 40% stake, followed by an additional 10%. They said if she were allowed to keep the block, she stood to make $10 million a day. Alakija went to court, fought for it, and she won. Today, she's very, very successful, the owner of Famfa Oil. It's a family business, and the son is the managing director, while she is the vice chairman. Today, she is well known for her Christian faith. Now, the number 1 on our list is Cosmas Maduka. He's 65 years old. He was born in Jos Plateau. His business, automobile spare parts, banking, industry, property, agriculture. Is also into beverages. The name of his company is Coscharis Group. This guy is said to be worth over $1 billion and is still increasing. Maduka dropped out of school at the age of 6, 2 years after his father died. He helped his mother to hawk akara, fried bean cake, before joining an uncle as an apprentice in the spare part business. His uncle dismissed him at the age of 17 with only 200 naira. He partnered with his friend Dave to create a company they called Cos Dave. The partnership didn't last. He got married at 21 and started another company, this time with the combination of his wife's name, Charity, in 1977. The name of his company is Coscharis Group. Wow, this guy is successful. Breakthrough came in 1982 when the Nigerian government granted 10 motor companies import license. Coscharis was one of them. As we speak, Coscharis Group is a conglomerate with a network of over $500 million. They are into manufacturing, ICT, petrochemical, auto care and auto components, automobile sales and services, agri and agro-allied business sectors. Coscharis is the sole distributor of Range Rover cars, Ford, Jaguar, and BMW cars in Nigeria. He is the biggest distributor of agro products in the world. He is well known for his Christian faith.
So guys, thank you very much for watching. Now I'm going to be talking about the 6 steps to becoming rich without a degree. If you have not clicked the subscribe button, click it now and watch it. Thank you.